There's not much left to be said other than thank you. Thank you, Doogie, for giving us this beautiful, beautiful song. And what an honor it is for all of us to be a part of this night, of this moment. How appropriate it is to sing a song about longing to be home. I don't think that it's a stretch to say that each of us has experienced a separation from home over these last 5 years, and that we long to be connected. This song is about connection, about finding connection. Thank you.
I've been telling old stories, singing songs that make me think about where I've came from. That's the reason why I seem so far away today. Let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, and now I'm going home. And if I should become a stranger, you know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever
I have moved and I So in a moment, we'll be conferring the honorary doctorate. Before we do that, just a couple of quick comments. And please continue to thank you. A very special thank you to Elise, who is the music director of our Mother of Consolation Parish School. Many of the children that you just saw perform are from our Mother of Consolation Parish School that are now welcome sisters and brothers in our home community, family community at Chestnut Hill College. So I'd like to acknowledge Elise. I also want to acknowledge Lily Ekman, who I've been working with now for some time, and really sort of led the effort of getting the musicians together, notating, following all of the instructions from Dr. Schubert of how to notate the cello parts and everything else. If I had known, I would have brought you in sooner. But anyway, so a special thank you to And then two more thank yous. One is, of course, to thank Don Holdren, who has led the group. There's been all kinds of rehearsals. We started in the rotunda, we moved into here, we did it with mics, without microphones, etc. But Don has just been a fantastic leader who really brought this all together. So a special thank you. Final thank you, and extra special thank you to doing the next to impossible, which was the sound, and that's to John Fisher. With that, I'm going to have to hit this. Excuse me. I can do it without talking. And I'm going to ask the board chair, Jackie Lunder, so with a 50-year career, making the world a much better place for your music, perhaps it was your work during the pandemic that can be said to truly save lives, and certainly restore sanity. When people from many countries of all ages, with many alone and secluded in their homes, particularly at the beginning, when no one knew what the future would bring. You played your songs online to the world, and the world listened. They sang your lyrics and sent countless emails to you and your lovely wife, Jenny, to let you both know that the moments that they spent with you were the one thing to which they look forward to amidst a time when we were all separate and afraid. It was a moment when the themes of your music that speak to the love of home, the love of family, the love of life and country, that gave people hope. It gave me hope. And for this, we at Chestnut Hill College and the Sisters of St. Joseph that so greatly value the centrality of community and serving the dear neighbor, we say thank you, and I say thank you. Dougie MacLean, I am pleased to confer upon you. I guess we'll start with this. Dougie actually specifically expressed an interest in having a robe.
Goes with a kilt.
Dougie MacLean, I'm pleased to confer upon you the degree Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Dougie's going to give a few remarks, and we will ask that people stay. I will officially close the event, but we will ask that people stay seated until the folks on stage get their vote.
Hello? Hello? Hope somebody's getting a photograph.
happier singing to you than talking directly to you. But I'd like to thank Dr. Latimer for. I'd like to thank you all for this wonderful honour. It's particularly special today because today is my birthday. Choking up. I'll give maybe thanks, and then I'll just say a couple of things. I'd like to thank the Sisters of St. Joseph. It's beautiful for having me here in this beautiful place. For Don Haldern, for your wonderful music. And it was brilliant. Wasn't it brilliant? I think I should get another applause. Thanks to all the singers. And I thank you guys for this wonderful honour. I've always... well, next year will be my 50th year as a travelling troubadour songwriter. And I've always believed that music was magic, you know. And I remember my little daughter, when she was 6, I remember she came home one time, she was asked at school by the teacher, they were asking what the parents had done, and she was saying, "So Julia, what does your daddy do?" She said, the teacher said, and Julia said, "My daddy's a magician." And it is a bit like that. I grew up, luckily, in a family where music was sort of natural. And one of my earliest memories are, my family come from the west coast of Scotland, and my grandparents all spoke Gaelic. They didn't speak English, well, they learned English in school. But some of my earliest memories are of my old grandfather, who in his latter years came and stayed with us. And we called him Shenner, which is Gaelic for grandfather. But I remember him, maybe be 5 or 6 years old, and I remember him going down to the Burnham Highland Games. I'm sure you all know what Highland Games are. And then he'd come home, maybe having spent a few too many hours in the beer tent. But he would sit in our kitchen and sing these beautiful Gaelic songs, and the tears would run down his face, you know. And I remember my sister and I would be saying, "What's wrong with Shenner? You know, what's wrong?" And Mum would say, "Oh, it's okay. He's happy." You know, and it's lovely. And so I've kind of hung on to that whole image as I grew up. And just one last thing about music. It's fascinating. And if I ever got two things that kind of justified the number of years that I've put into it, was one day I got a letter, 2 letters, and one was a woman who was having a child, and she was in the hospital, and she was allowed to have her own, any music she wanted in the ward. And this was a little letter from her thanking me for making her childbirth easier, and the fact that the songs were there. So then I put that letter down, and I opened up another letter, and it was from this young man, and he was telling me how his father had passed away, and he was in a ward where he was allowed to have the music that he wanted. And this was the young man thanking me for allowing his father to pass away peacefully. And I thought I look at these 2 letters and I think, if I ever need anything to justify what I've done, is these beautiful 2 letters that are so precious to me. And anyway, thank you all very, very much. It's been great to get to know a lot of you this afternoon, and particularly Bill and Maria and their family. Thank you for their hospitality, for all your hospitality. Jenny and I have had a great few days. I'm just a bit disappointed that the sun's had to come out this afternoon, and I'm going back to Scotland tomorrow morning. You know, so anyway, good night all, and thanks. Good night.
Thanks so much. And I believe we have a reception to follow, and so we're going to let the band depart, and then we welcome to join you in the rotunda. Thanks so much.
I know that you have had a great history of music courses here. And I know that Bill's was talking to me about how he's really going to try and get them to sort of start up again. And so I'm there to help for you, you know. So, and I wish you good luck with it all.
Sister Kathleen, our pianist in the band, will be offering the benediction.
And so, as this evening comes to an end, we pray. Spirit of infinite possibility, we marvel at your magnificent handiwork and the creativity we have witnessed this evening through the gifts of Dr. Thomas Schubert and Dr. Dougie MacLean. As we go forth from this enriching evening, let our new awareness of the synergies of science and music fill our hearts and minds with deeper gratitude for all that you are fashioning within us, a stronger hope in your providence each day, and a deeper belief that everything is working for our greatest good. Be with us, gracious God, and guide us safely home. Amen.
Thank you, Sister Kathleen. Thank you so much. So the band will make their way, and then we will depart. You're going to go first? Okay, of course. Of course you are.